Some ignorant Reggae Boyz fans have struck again, disrespecting the abilities of Ian Fray, and on current form and performances, Tyreek Magee should not be called up for the Gold Cup qualifier squad in March.
Jamaica have a lifeline! How about this?
Big up Gunnaz, I hear that. Don't know something that Gunnaz will say, but big up Gunnaz.
If you're new to the channel, welcome to the Gunnaz podcast. I'm your host, Dicanio, an Arsenal fan who covers everything Reggae Boyz and local football. If you enjoy the content that I do on this channel, just go ahead and smash that like button. And also for the returning viewers that are a part of the 59% of people that are not subscribed to the channel but keep on watching, what on God's green earth are you guys waiting on? Just go ahead and smash that subscribe button and help me get to my goal of 4,000 subscribers before the end of the month. Now, in this video, I'll be talking about a misconception that is growing in the Reggae Boyz fan base about Ian Fray, and also I'll talk about Tyreek Magee and his form of late. Now, starting off with Ian Fray, as many Reggae Boyz fans have been bashing the player after his performance versus Cavalier in the CONCACAF Champions Cup.
Ian Fray was rubbish, mate. So all of the man them that were talking about Ian Fray, I would love to know what it is that they saw. Because I can't remember one good thing the brother did on the field. But can't remember one good thing. And for me, one of we always talk about the persons, Cranky especially talks about Low and his panache to get a card. This brother just pick up a card for no reason, apart from the fact that he could not manage the job that he was given against a semi-professional team. So Ian Fray, go and stay in Miami. Nobody go to embassy for your passport. That's my view. Based on what we say. Nobody go. I don't know. People were just seeing a name and hearing a name and just a talk about the brethren. But if somebody else saw something different, I would love to hear. But he was rubbish, man.
No, people, as a man that has watched Ian Fray play football, I totally disagree. First of all, I think the entire Inter Miami team was off the pace on that day, and not only Ian Fray. Yet, he was a part of a backline that kept a clean sheet on the day. Ian Fray, in my opinion, is undoubtedly one of, if not the best right back in the MLS. And anyone who watches him on a consistent basis can attest to that. And it was very puzzling to me because majority of the game that was played and the danger area, or the area of the pitch in which Cavalier exposed the most, was the left-hand side of their defense that had Jordi Alba. The right-hand side of the defense, nothing happened on his side, right? They did not create anything from the right side. Every chance that Cavalier created came from that left side of play. So it was very puzzling to me why some fans, especially Cataract in that video, is saying that he's not up to par. Because even Messi himself has high praises of Ian Fray.
Por último, déjame dedicarle esta victoria ahí a un chico muy joven que seguramente se va a volver a recuperar y va a volver a estar con nosotros otra vez, o sea, ojalá sea cuanto antes.
Ian Fray, que vuelve después de su lesión de ligamentos cruzados.
Ya viene el centro.
Been working for this for the last 12 months as I've been injured. This means everything. I can't even put it into words. I love these guys. They've made this process a lot easier than it could have been, so I'm very happy.
As I said, for me, he wasn't even bad in that game. He wasn't great. He had a good performance, right? Cataract clearly has cataract, or he just has PTSD from Damian Lowe, as he alluded to. So when Ian Fray got carded for a while, the tackle on Aubrey, maybe he got turned off. Fray wasn't great in that game, but he is definitely better than what we have in that national team now, and he is playing with loads of confidence. Our two right backs now are Dexter Lembikisa and Tavon Gray, and he is better than both. Tavon Gray, in my opinion, is not ready. And anyone who has been following this show for a while will know what I think of Tavon Gray. Dexter Lembikisa as well is not as consistent, but has clear quality that he can become an exceptional player in the future. Ian Fray is 22-year-old. He's a 6-foot machine. And he has overcome 3 ACL injuries in his career so far. And every time he recovers, he walks right back into the Inter Miami team. I think that alone is testament to his quality, drive, and hunger for the game. He also mentioned in a previous interview as well, already having his passport, having visited and spent much time in Jamaica with his family. This is not an ordinary diaspora player. This is someone who is rooted in our culture and 100% improves our team. I have to call out Cataract for his ignorance on this instance, and also big up to Edivision TV as the clip of Cataract making those claims was from his show, so you guys can just go ahead and check out his channel for his live shows, especially the late tackle. Ian Fray 100% deserves a spot in the national team, but one player who has lost that spot for me is Tyreek Magee. Now, ever since his departure from the switchbacks, Magee has been on a decline, in my humble opinion. He was signed by Phoenix Sports Management, which saw him sign for Craig Butler's struggling Vere Phoenix United, where he has flattered to deceive. He reportedly turned down millions from Mount Pleasant to join Craig Butler at Vere after Craig promised him a chance to play in Europe again, potentially with Genk. Now, his form and performances have been below par for Vere, but also for the national team. Since his returning to the team last year under Steve McClaren after almost 2 years out, he has featured in 6 games for the Reggae Boyz, only impressing in one single game that was against Nicaragua away from home. That was the first of the 6 games that he played, and ever since then, he has been poor for the national team and struggled to make an impact from the most impactful position on the pitch, while also proving that he is a liability in the defensive aspect of the game. Against Nicaragua away from home, he was the man of the match in the eyes of many people, and I would say rightfully so. He got a lot of praise, but many, like myself, were also skeptic and had in their mind that bigger international games were coming up and we would like to see how he would fare then. Against Honduras at home, a higher ranked team than Nicaragua, by the way, that are always competitive when they play Jamaica, he was missing and struggled to make passes that people expected him to make to create chances in that game, and was subbed off in the 60th minute. Now, in the next 2 games he played against the United States of America, he came off the bench in the home game where we lost 1-0 at the National Stadium, where he managed to take a hold of the game a bit, but there was no end product in a time where we really needed a goal to get at least a draw out of the game. That then was followed by the reverse fixture in the United States, where Tyreek Magee started the game and absolutely showed up and provided nothing. It seemed as if he was very, very out of his depth in that aspect of the game. Well, in every aspect of the game. Defensively, attacking-wise, and even his fitness level was not at the level required to represent us at the highest level. Now, it was then that most Jamaican fans realized that he was probably not good enough to face the top teams, shown in the games against the United States and the game against Honduras. He then got 2 more chances to prove himself this year against Trinidad and Tobago, where he again flattered to deceive with not so brilliant performances. People, I just want to make this clear. I have nothing against the lad, and I really do hope that Craig Butler is able to secure a move in Europe for Tyreek Magee. But I personally think that based on these 6 chances that he was given, he is not good enough to be selected in our Gold Cup qualifiers and World Cup qualifiers. That is it for this video, folks. Share your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Jamaica have a lifeline. How about this?
Big up Gunnaz, I hear that. Don't know some of the Gunnaz, but say, but big up Gunnaz.